We live in a world now where we have AI robot rappers. That's right, and they're more popular than you. They have millions of streams, millions of views on all genres and all categories of music across every single DSP. What? Is that true? Yes, it's true. Now, how do you avoid being a part of this trap and losing your job as a producer, as a composer, or as an artist? Let's get into it. Tip of the day. Listen, when I read that, I was shocked too. I looked it up. I saw this stuff. It's happening. It's been happening. I've been talking about it forever. The AI, the robots are here, and they're here to stay. They're taking your job. And guess what? The A&R, the labels, the people that were kind of paying you, sometimes it was taking months, maybe years to pay you, those advances, etc. They're really happy to cut you out of this equation. They'd love to get rid of the middleman. The computers, they don't fall asleep, they take direction well, and they just keep going, like the Energizer Bunny. Keeps going and going and going. So what can you do to avoid this shift, this crazy technology shift that's happening? You're making beats at home, you're clicking on FL Studio, and you're like, man, I just got to make 80,000 beats every day, man. I made 7 beats in 17 minutes. It's not a brag anymore. It doesn't matter. A computer will kill you on that. And also, if you're only producing music, this is your doomsday. This is the end of you. Now, why do I say that? Because if that's all you're producing, then your job's getting taken. And at the moment, beat makers, producers everywhere, a lot of them are making less than minimum wage. Now, hold on. You're like, but bro, I made $2,500 on an advance. Right, I understand that. But how much time did you spend on that track that you got $2,500 advance on? Or all the tracks that you've been pitching for the last 6 months? How many placements do you get that actually pay you money? How much did you make last year? How many hours did you work last year? I mean, I know producers and beat makers and composers that spend 60, 80 hours a week working on music just to chase placements and work for an A&R, work for a label, work for an artist, work for another producer. You're just working for someone. You're an employee. Kind of sounds familiar, right? Like working for Amazon or Starbucks. At least Starbucks gives you nice benefits and pays you more than minimum wage. So at the end of the day, what's going to stop you from becoming just another number, another statistic, another person that they're just going to replace with an AI and a robot? It's going to be your ability to produce more than just music. You must be able to produce content. You got to produce videos and TikToks and excitement and human stuff. Talk to people like humans. Like someone likes and comments on your post, you're supposed to like and comment back and have a conversation and interact and be social on social media. Can you believe it? It's so crazy. Listen, the future of what you're going to do is going to depend on how you brand yourself as a human. How human are you? And I honestly think my prediction is that things are going to become more and more and more human. We're going to want to see the most human things possible on all platforms, from TikTok to Clubhouse to IG, IGTV, IG Reels, YouTube. People are going to have to become more and more human as the robots and the AIs and the AI rappers. Like, you kidding me? You don't think like an AI could just spit out 1 million beats that are 10 times better than the beats that are being produced right now in just a year or two? You're high. You're smoking too much of that shit. Here's the point I'm trying to make. If you can only produce music, you don't exist. You're literally just going, you gotta tick like a little alarm clock on you. It's like a bomb and it's got a little ticker on it. And you got minimum time. It's like Mission Impossible type shit. You know, you're like, oh, I gotta make beats now. That's why you're making them so fast, because you're trying to save your fucking career, some sort of thread of a career. Because you know, you're getting, oh, I love working on this. I'll work 80 hours a week to get $1,500 placement every once in a while. It's crazy. Everybody knows it's crazy. But that is the prerequisite. If you can't make music and you can't make it market viable, then you're already out of the game. That's step one. Now, let's say you can. Okay, cool. You got the fundamentals down. You have psychology 101, math 101, business 101 done. Now you got to move on to the next courses, which are producing content, making YouTube, getting a following, branding, promoting yourself, marketing, understanding human psychology, and talking more to humans, because the AIs and the companies writing these codes actually understand humans better than humans understand humans, and they talk to humans better because we're all trying to be robots. It's fucking weird. weird. You know, like, oh, look at me, I'm perfect, I'm cool, I brushed my shit in Photoshop and I don't have any pimples and I act like I don't have a little bald spot on my head. Get the fuck over it. You're a human. That's what happens to humans. So if you don't start acting like a real human, promoting yourself, building a brand and talking to people like who you are, like you would talk to your parents or your friends or your homies when you're drinking beers or smoking blunts, then nobody's gonna want to listen to any of your shit and you're gonna have no career. I want you to have a career. That's what this tip is about. It's not about bashing you. It's about getting you a fucking job in the future. So please take my advice. Go brand yourself, make content, be a producer of much more than just music. Tell your story. Where'd you come from? What makes you different? What makes you actual human? What's your family like? You know? My mom had 3 kids, 3 boys by the time she was 21 years old. She had my brother at 17. She had me at 19. She had my little brother at 22. 22 years old, she had 3 babies. I was raised by kids. What's your story? Everybody wants to hear that. They want to hear the human story. I want to connect. I can't connect to a robot. So find the way that you can produce content and produce things that connect with humans and become more human every single day, because that's what's going to matter in the future. It may not seem like it right now, but that's why Clubhouse is blowing up, because people can connect and talk to humans. And humans have expressions and they have interactions and nobody knows what anyone's going to say. It's not predictable. Some of y'all are so predictable on Instagram, on YouTube, on all this shit that you might as well be a fucking robot. That's the tip of the day. Get to producing your own content, branding yourself, and becoming a human that connects with other humans. Yeah, it's important. And if you like this tip, like it, subscribe, you know, drop a comment. I don't care. Like, show some love, for God's sakes. I'm a human. I got feelings too. You think I just like sitting here producing content all the time, shooting shit, talking to a camera that doesn't talk back? It's not very human. So come on, talk to me. All right? And I'll keep making this stuff. All right, love you guys. Peace.